It was their natural inclination towards the use of necromancy that led the Giovanni into contact with the Cappadocian clan of vampires. Cappadocians practice a discipline of the blood that allows them to manipulate some aspects of life and death. But the Giovanni also possess necromancy, though theirs was a very human form of magic. According to family history, they began in ancient times as mediums who could hear the voices of the dead beyond and developed their powers in order to expand on this useful but limited ability. Until, in our current times, they have perfected this art, not just to speak with spirits, but to combat them or control them. And they have gained the ability to manipulate the bodies of the dead to form shambling zombies and other servants. This art is so different from that of Cappadocian necromancy that the founder of the great clan could not resist drawing its creators into his bloodline. Hello and welcome, K-Knights, kindred, and other children of the night. We are here once again with Lucretia of Clan Cappadocian of Bloodline Giovanni. We are about to go on an extremely dangerous journey, because after we went to all the trouble to make it undangerous, a whole bunch of new dangers appeared. The coasts are now no longer safe. It's just awful. But we go! I cannot wait. Because we test against death and we do not cancel our pilgrimage when we discover that it's going to be extremely dangerous. I stir from my slumber as someone in the camp knocks over an iron pan. This child has robbed us. We all do what we must. This is not what death wants from you. This is not what death wants from you. We cannot really afford to lose that much money, but that's how it goes. Love thy neighbor. Among my fellow... Oh, it is the heathen thing. I have no problem with heathen. Do I have a problem with heathens? You know what? Actually, I do actually disdain the heathens. It is the bones, or it is nothing. Well, that's not true. There are some faiths that I have a bit of an acceptance of. A beastly omen. So we see a fox in the distance. Yes, we must follow. We must see what the fox is. But we lost it. We lost it in the night. A calm clearing. We will await death in the clearing. Now, we don't need to go this slow. Safety in numbers, so this person here wants to join us on our journey. Yeah, I don't need you. We're not out here seeking friends. Sticks in the wheel. To set this aside, we will take pedagogy. We should consider beginning to learn languages. In fact, let's begin to learn languages right now. Whose language that we do not have can we learn? So I've decided that I'm going to spend my learn language action that I was going to do to learn Greek, an ancient language of knowledge, and the ancient language of our creator as well, because he is from the Cappadocian region, which is in here someplace, I think. Cappadocia's in here someplace. There it is. Cappadocia. So that is what we'll do. Sticks in the wheel. We can't be late. We can't be late for a journey that takes forever. We're on the road here for a long time. It's fine. We have learned chronicle writing. Okay. We're just going to jump over here and we're going to try to learn crossbowmen. Here, advanced bow making, so I think that'll be neat. It'll be a long time, but we're gonna live a long time, so it's fine. We don't have to worry about that. We're going down to visit Rome now. Fortified monuments. At a distance, the city of Roma is a forest of towers and a maze of stone buildings. As we approach, the scenery shifts. Ruins of monuments, walls, and ancient churches coexist with farms and grazing animals. On my way through the city, I noticed how the ruins have been carefully fortified by feuding houses. In this fashion, Hadrian's mausoleum and even the Colosseum are now fortresses. My kinsman, Marcus Musa Giovanni, glances at me thoroughly. My lady, we could spend some time here and study their customs. Okay, so this gives us a 16% chance of a permanent diplomacy. This gives us building construction time. So we're going to roll the bones on the increase in diplomacy. Hopefully we don't lose that prestige we can't afford to lose. It is very much could happen here. And of course it goes bad for us, which really is exactly what we had hoped wouldn't happen, but you know. Fibonacci. A new fad is overcoming the mortals. The Hindu-Arabic numeral system is starting to be used over the older and obviously superior, in your opinion, Roman one. You are pretty sure the mortals will come to their senses in due time, but you are curious about the proponent of this theory, Leonardo Fibonacci, also known as Fibonacci. The now old man has settled in Pisa after publishing his treatise. You can't deny the man's knowledge. You could invite him to your court for a debate. Or perhaps a more familial purpose? Okay. I want him. I want him. I want him. I want him. A competitor. So who is this? This is the Duke of Lombardy. This mortal is mine. I could kill him. This mortal is mine. I'm putting myself in a great deal of danger for being murdered here. So we gain choleric from feeding. We need to hunt from somebody in our entourage. Our entourage is actually pretty small. Our relative has joined us. That's interesting. Let's feed from you and continue on our journey. We are putting ourselves at enormous risk, though, by making all these vampires mad at us. Is that the first time? Okay, so this person who is my courtier, but is absolutely useless, has fallen for this person who doesn't matter. Is this who I'm feeding from? I can always pick someone else. I don't care. I'm utterly uninterested in this. And although that's not technically default, it is pretty bad. The Castella del Ombro, La Sombra's lair. There are occasional mysterious phenomena associated with this place, and an old tale about how the shadows here remain intact even when the lava flows from nearby Mount Etna cast their lurid red glow on everything else. Neither local residents nor visiting authorities realize how thoroughly their minds are twisted on the regular basis to hide all that is genuinely interesting about the castle at the center of the estate. To vampiric sight, it is a different matter altogether. The castle itself is a simple design, modified countless times over the centuries, and not really depending on physical strength at all for its defenses. A long outer wall, precisely square, encloses two interior towers, also square. The western tower rises higher with a surrounding upper deck to allow watchers the best view of any trouble coming from the volcano as well as other directions. It is impossible to tell from a distance what the walls are made of, precisely because animated shadows crawl over every surface in a just barely visible ebb and flow. Tides of shadow rise out of the depths after sunset each night and wrap around the castle in a general spiral pattern, reversing after midnight to gradually drain away. It is said that the gates are only opened when Lasombra himself is away from the castle. A worrying sight for the world at large. Spooky. I mean, I'm not giving up a chance to learn more about the darkness. I am actually, of all things, an abyssal sorcerer after all. A discipline of blood magic that did come from the Lasombra. Pilgrimage, the scenic route. Alright. We shall let death guide the way. No, let us enjoy death's creation a little bit longer. We have parked in Malta for a time. We have put ourselves in grave danger by picking up these rivals. Hopefully they don't decide that the best way to solve their rivalry with us is to immediately murder us. Since I did take Fibonacci, I should probably... Is he actually with me? No, he'll be at the court. I hope he doesn't die while I'm out here. That would be hilarious. It would be absolutely hilarious if he died while I'm still out here. This is a long pilgrimage, and he is 70. Ha! What a thing to happen if he was to die while I'm out here. Oh yeah, that would be hilariously awful. I didn't even think about that. I should have let him go, because he's so old. Travel fish in the sea. I've heard it said that Magharibi fishermen are famed the world over for their ability to strip the ocean of its most bountiful and delicious plunder. Today, by the shores of Barca, I am fortunate enough to come across a Magharibi fishing fleet. Okay, I don't eat fish. I don't eat fish. So not today, sir. I don't eat fish. Danger, blood's toll. What am I possibly going to lose? Oh, Jesus, no. Save it. 80% chance she dies. My sword. Oh, thank God. Oh, she was that woman. Oh no, she was the woman that I got from that event. Oh, she's probably worth more than a sword, actually. Oh, it's gonna make my trip way more dangerous. I just... Things are so much worse now. There's no being late for this. This could take literally an eternity. The only thing we could be late for is is Fibonacci's death. I have walked the holy path. I'm basically here alone. Oh, what a thing to do. She will weaken, but she will be fine. I need her blood. Who is still in my danged entourage here? We'll hunt from the mercenary leader. The markets of Alexandria are bustling with merchants shouting in languages I've never heard. We could get a pilgrim's guide, which I have to assume is going to be related to death, of course. Or we can let death guide us, which makes our pilgrimage more pious. We're going to do that. So our devotion has gone up, which means our learning has gone up. We're so alone. We're now traveling the world alone. This is not how we thought this would go at the start. My lady, I have something to ask of you. You want to become a priest, Marcus? Yeah, do it. It's got nothing to do with me. Alexandria, it has been an honor. We are now an experienced pilgrim. We shall finish our pilgrimage and wince at the sheer amount of danger that's ahead of us, because this is the worst pilgrimage ever. This guy, he's okay. He basically is the minimum we accept for a knight. We're gonna do it because, again, fighting this man is basically testing against death. We win the fight. Of course we win the fight. How could we lose? A mad prophet. A disheveled individual, clearly not completely sane of mind, has started to follow your convoy for some time now. He's spouting nonsense about Gehenna, Apocalypse, Ascension, and the Time of Judgment, and other drivel. Your best efforts to shoo him away have failed, and even resorting to violence only seems to make him reappear later, with even more doom and gloom in his speech. Your caravan is starting to get aggravated by the constant doomsday prattle, forcing you to consider acting. Yeah, talk to me instead. Quiet town. Since you have entered the region, rumors have spread to your caravan about one quaint little town that your travel plan is making you go through. Locals speak of unholy abominations ruling the night there, forcing the townsfolk to pray to see the morning of dawn as soon as possible. As you get closer, the rumors get even more graphical, and your entourage is sharing their unease. You are arguing for a small detour instead of risking setting foot in this accursed village. Oh, I fear no ghost story. I mean, I've been noticing ghosts since I was a little girl. I'm pretty sure this isn't a ghost anyway. It's a vampire. It's just a vampire, okay? Just like us. I mean, me. I'm literally alone. Who's naysaying me now that I'm basically alone? We visited the university, and now we head out to the the second fire of Lubeck. Hey, we have got control up in one of our two domains. We should just immediately deal with this because we can't forget to play the game in its normal sense. Our buildings are starting to come back online. Our income is starting to look a little bit better. We are out of prestige debt. now would be a great time to embrace... I can't. I was gonna ghoulify that woman, but I can't because I let her drown. Mortal wars. The clueless mortals are waging a war. We've had this before. War, let me join. Of course we join. I'm not gonna avoid war. What are you talking about? So we're out here in the middle of a war, just having some fun off the coast of Greece, learning their language, having a good time. You know, it's not Greece. You know, this is... How did we fail? We're literally... Okay, listen. We're actually visiting the lands of our kin. This is part of Giovanni territory right now. Gnosis' labyrinth? Namatara's lair. Nergal is the name of Dread, the vampire that sold his soul to higher powers and managed to threaten the second city with his army of demons and infernalists. His first efforts were thwarted, but after he had discerned that the resting place of the dark beast he sought to awaken was in northern Galilee, he reappeared, styling himself as Shaitan, the founder of the Bali clan. Constructing the fortress of Charazan over the tomb of Namtaru, the bringer of plague, he managed to excavate the dormant body and relocate it to Gnosis in the Aegean Sea, constructing a great maze inspired by surface chasms and canals of the human brain. When reality itself warped around the island as Namtaru became more and more conscious, other vampires became alarmed and attacked Nergal in his stronghold. Together, the 13 clans caused the volcano beneath Gnosis to erupt, striking Namtaru beneath the sea and apparently destroying Nergal for good. To this night, Gnosis is still a place that most vampires instinctively avoid, except those looking for ways to consort with beings that should not be disturbed. Hell on earth. Hell on earth. Blood. We have drank from our mercenary here, and he has given us cholera experience. We are on our way once again. We are here for the first time in Melancholy, so we have choices. Choices. We can get Shroud Sight. Unlike the Find Wraith character interaction, we get Seal of Admextria. So this helps us build faster, and we get Peering Across the Shroud. This is interesting. I think we're gonna go for... Well, we should look down the list to see what we're getting to. This is Homuncular Servant. This is Shambling Hordes. I mean, getting to Shambling Hordes would be really nice. Okay, we get Command Wraith this way. The Wraith ones are good too. I mean, we were a medium in our mortal life according to our backstory, so we will take Shroud Sight first because I think that's the right path for her. Oh, this has been a dangerous and vexing journey. We have visited all kinds of places that people just shouldn't visit. It seems like maybe Claudius, our actual great-grandfather, rules in Crete right now, which makes sense since there's all that demon stuff there, and he's literally a demon. No, he's not literally a demon. He's figuratively a demon. And we're gonna make it home! Look at the... Oh, maybe we're not? A quarrelsome lot. So our new guy and this woman here, who is just a wandering, zealous person, are fighting. I mean, I don't want him to leave the entourage. But I mean, I do want this to be settled in an amicable way. Let's do it. We did it. Somehow we... Whoop, she literally just disappeared. She wasn't even part of the thing. She was imaginary. So let's just go up here and look at what we have now. Find Wraith. We're doing that as soon as we get home, that's for sure. Okay, so we can now find Wraiths. What a long journey. I mean, I just don't want to look stupid. How much is it going to cost me? 50 Bejeweled Scriptures. We can't even really make... I mean, we can get the learning lifestyle experience out of it. We just can't get the learning per devotion. I think this is worth it. 50 gold for 10% more learning lifestyle experience. So we're just gonna immediately put that on. They're This guy's so quarrelsome. You're fighting with this. You know what you deserve for all your fighting? That's what you deserve for all your fighting. But I can't hunt you? Why can't I hunt you? Oh, you gotta click the thing. This is not gonna work twice. This is not gonna work twice. Listen. Oh, the mercenary captain left, not the warrior. That's kind of fine, except there's still dangers ahead. And I could completely be wrecked by this. We're traveling through family territory again. Now we're traveling through our rival's territory, the Metal Woman. She is pathetic. We are close to home, finally. Bandits on the bridge. The soft rumor of the river The soft rumor of the river we've been following for a while becomes stronger now. Some members of the entourage talk about making a short stop, getting some fresh water to rest their feet. There's a stone bridge when the path turns. A couple of men rest with their backs against the parapet. One hits the other on the side and points to our group. A third woman comes up from the shore. Another looks up at us as if spitting into the river. You know, she says, this is actually a toll bridge. Brave of you to even suggest that. Bikor, show her. Who do you think I am? I am the Duchess. So this will just work. We lose some stress. We are very, very close to critical stress here. 80% chance that he succeeds at attacking her and gains a trait. I think we're just going to do the one that works for sure. Losing 5 stress. And we are... home. We're home. So, our pilgrimage has resulted in us getting up to the middle level of experience. We're now an experienced pilgrim, so we have +1 learning. And we are also getting there with Seasoned and Wanderer as well. That's good, because we could sure use the traits from there. We're doing quite well, I would say. We also gained those Jeweled Scriptures, which, although we can't get the main benefit of, we can get the monthly learning experience, which is good all on its own. Oh, yes. Things are starting to look real good for us up here, I'd say. We're doing quite well. We need to stop, and we need to think. We got so many things to do. The first thing we need to do is we need to go to our courtiers, and we need to go to the extraordinarily expensive life protection-wise guy that we kept here. Where is it? Right, and we are going to actually embrace him. In spite of the fact that it's pretty rare for us to embrace outside of our family, we are a Cappadocian more than we are a Giovanni at this point in our history, so we're going to embrace him, because why the hell wouldn't we? So he gets the embrace. Maybe instead of embracing him then, we make him a ghoul? No, let's embrace him. I think he would make a perfect replacement for our current court chaplain, honestly. And he's a scholar like we are. I'm into it. I'm totally into it. You know, he's not actually a scholar, but he's like a character they gave the trait to, which is kind of interesting that can happen. And we have succeeded at learning our language. We're not going to test our luck here because we're not good enough at diplomacy to make these people like us, so we'll just do that. I would like a better spy master if I'm going to be hunted by enemies. I really would. I don't think we have anyone available. And I don't know that we can make this guy better anyway. And yeah, that's fine. Let's see who else we have out there that we could pick. This guy here. Should we just finish him? Should we just be done with him? We can't possibly succeed at imprisoning him. We could have another literalist debate with him. I think we're going to have another literalist debate with him. See how that turns out for us. A great debate. My opponent and I meet in a large hall in Shirey. Standing on wonky tables barely a few feet apart, surrounded by a throng of eager onlookers. Over the course of the hour, I demolish Baron Carlo, attacking his piety, his sense of virtue, and even calling into question his fealty to death. The coward is vicious. The crowd is vicious, pelting Baron Carlo with rotten eggs and moldy cabbages until he leaves the hall. Yes. he can not just flee the hall. We'll wait a little bit longer. Just a touch longer. At least if we produce a child, we can continue as them after, right? Yes, I don't know that they'll necessarily inherit our land. I have been corresponding with your chancellor, and I must say that I have come to see you in a new light. Oh, he doesn't hate us as much. Nice. I mean, I'm not sure how much I want to become friends with a literal demon, but, okay. Could be worse, right? Worst things that could happen. Let's boost up to max speed here. Blood. So we drink from our new warrior. Well, our new guy who could be a warrior, and thank you. I'm going to also find a wraith. And I don't think we need to find any mortals right now. I think we're just going to keep hunting from the ones we've got until things get a little bit worse for us. So we'll hunt from her. I should check out my current steward to see if they've had more children. They haven't. It would be nice if you did, though, because you haven't made anything that was worth the investment so far. I'd love to be able to replace this guy with someone who's actually good, but I don't know if I even have anyone yet. No, I don't. That's fine. One thing at a time. Something strange in the neighborhood. Searching the area, you find a lone spirit that would be vulnerable to your machinations. What shall we do with you? Nothing. We can only know that you exist. We can't soul forge or anything. So there's literally nothing we can do with you except know that you exist. That's cool. I would invite you to my court, but you won't come. But we know you exist. Bad luck! Fabrizio Ulifilia. It has not escaped my notice that the despicable Duke Fabrizio Ulifilia is a superstitious man. He fears unlucky days, unlucky colors, unlucky animals, and even unlucky trees. Spotting the shadow of the wrong bird at the wrong time could send him into a panicky spiral for days, while strict observation of his rituals seems to bring him to a sense of immeasurable safety. A minimal deviation from it could be an unpredictable. I'm gonna mess with his head? Nah. The Embrace! Let's do it! Let's make Fibonacci into a Cappadocian. Your new son, Fibonacci the Mathematician, is your new player heir. Yes, he is. New perk from Phlegmatic from all the blood we took from him. Very good. We could definitely use some protection against hostile schemes. Look at us. All red again. Lovely. We are such a beautiful young vampiress. Now your new child has taken his first tentative steps into the night. Now experienced enough to understand how to feed, it will soon be time to begin a formal education, which will be very important for his future, but also your relationship. What will your approach be? You'll be more free-spirited, but you'll turn out good. I will take the balanced education. Friendly child. Your progeny has adopted quite well to unlife so far. You must admit that you feel an even stronger connection with him than you anticipated before the embrace. Perhaps this time, for once, your long nights of loneliness will be filled with newfound companionship. We become friends. We've become friends with the old man. Oh, geez, I don't have 100 gold, but I also don't have... How much is this? 32 stress? I mean, I could potentially write my thoughts down. Still gonna threshold me, eh? I mean, better than... It's so close. We gotta do it, though. Let's do it. We are overwhelmed by stress. I think we're just gonna have to... What are these? This is Improvident. And this is Flagellant. I mean... this is solvable. This is solvable. No. We're gonna suck it up. I think we can figure it out. So we can take content away from him and make him ambitious, which we will absolutely do. Because it should just be... like... yeah, it's just like a straight increase to all of his stats. Which is just good. We will also take open-minded here. The presentation. Behave yourself in there. We shall introduce him to the court. The gift. It will make him very mad. Let's see if it will make him critically mad or if he's like way above. So we're friends, which should give him a 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So he'll still be in the high 70s if I take this money from him. I'm taking it. That's fine. So what are we going to do with our child? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to finally deal with this problem. You, sir, must go. Like always, he likes us better when he's not under us serving us, so that's a thing. We will grant this to our lovely child. Where is he at? There he is. There he is. So we will... did we grant this to him appropriately? Did we do it right? Yes, we will give this to him. Good. He doesn't like us as much as he did before, but that makes sense because now he wants to be on the council. But that's easily repaired because... I'm sorry, Claudia. Our relationship was tolerable and all, but this is now the position of my child. Yeah, you understand. You're welcome to stay as a warrior, though. There we go. So we have now put him in charge here. It's great. We have this going on. I really wish we had someone better to do this. We should probably try to seek that person out if we can. We have so much money now to spend, too. Oh, it's very nice. We probably could be increasing all of our domains here. This is a university. Ooh, I would love to build that someday. Very much right up our alley. So what are we doing here? Well... what could we build here? We do need things that give us more money, but we also need things to make our archers stronger over time. We do influencing the outriders. That loses us money, though. We would prefer not to do that. Does increase the size of our archer cavalry regiments, though, which is pretty cool. This minus 15, though. I don't know if I like that. I think we do it anyway. I think this is right. I think we build the influencing the outriders here. And then let's head up here and see what we're going to do. Maybe we build some troops. Kind of don't want to build too many troops, though, at this time, right? We could, because I kind of want to not focus on these archers. I mean, I want archers, but I want them to be crossbowmen. You don't want a blood tax. I mean, maybe. Does this place have enough development to be able to handle a blood tax? I mean, it will suck a blood tax right up. It will be just fine. Yeah, so let's build them a blood tax for the money. And then down here in the south, do you guys have enough growth to be able to eat a blood tax? You can too, so we'll also build you a blood tax. A lot of that was prestige instead of money, which means we have money left over. I don't want to spend it on soldiers at this time. Oh, I guess we just keep it for now, right? Yeah, I think that's just what we do. We just keep it for now. This guy is still the problem he's been the whole time. You know, he's a problem because, in spite of being our spy master and on our council, he doesn't like us that much. Let's just sway him. Let's summon some more mortals. Let's find mortals. Let's do peasants this time, just out of interest's sake. See what happens. She will weaken, but she will be fine. Okay. Like always, they're terrible. I think we're going to feed from this lady. And what are we going to do then? I think we're going to take this guy. We're going to arrange a marriage for him. And we're going to do something extremely awful. Let's find an inheritable trait. Let me see. I want somebody who is fertile. Then I want to sort them by age. Okay. We could draw this lady in. Like that. Let's draw her in. And then we will actually switch our hunt over to him. And then we will see what his fate will be next time. And I think that's going to be the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you join me the next time we are here challenging death with young Lucretia Giovanni. Bye for now.